And the Hawks with a confident look as they go into the arena earlier on, looking for a win on the road. The activity. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
There we go. It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back, and it's Capella in at the 5. And looking at the Nets, Harden out there with Johnson. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Green, and it's Harris in at the 3. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. And Young kicks to Capella. 6 to shoot. The pass to Young. Lob pass to Capella. An emphatic alley-oop jam. And at this part of the regular season, that rookie wall, Clark, is a real thing. You know that. Does it hit all rookies or just a couple?
Kevin, I certainly think that's a real thing for every rookie. At some point, quite honestly, whether it's mental, physical, or a combination of the two, when you've only played 35, 40 games max in any given year, and now you're playing 85 to 90 when you count preseason games, your body needs time to adjust to that, and usually you've got to go through a wall to get to the other side of it.
Now, here's Collins. Harden missing his last shot. It's Collins with the drive. No good that time. Good work defensively by Harden. Capella against Green. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Young passes to Herter. Young against Harden. Young inside. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
He's smart at using the screen there to just create space. Young, very reliable in that pick and roll.
It's Harden with the drive. Basket good. Harden's got his second basket of the night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Collins. 23 points for him the last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Capella finds Young. Lob pass to Capella. And stolen by Jordan. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Green, the pass to Harden.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
He lobs it up and finished off by Collins.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
Harden, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Collins passes to Capella. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Capella has the size and ability to score down in the paint. I like his assertiveness.
It's Harden with the drive. Here's Jordan. Bank shot, no good. Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Trailblazers in Portland. Here's Collins, fires it up. The 11-footer. And a deep three from Young. Rebound, Brooklyn, fresh from a win against Portland.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Harden, that one falls coming off Johnson's feet. Harden's got 6 points.
You always got to track Harden, an elusive player who knows how to get it done inside.
Young with no one around. The Hawks again can't hit. The Nets have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Harden with it, guarded by Hunter. Harden kicks to Green. The dish to Jordan. Young against Harden. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Hawks lead by 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
We've got Irving. He's out there with Brown. Griffin is out there with Luwawu. And it's Claxton in at the 4-man position. So that's the Nets 5.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Just 5 to shoot. Molinari finds Bogdanovic. Jacks up a 3. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Nets trail by 3. Here's Irving. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
You can't allow Irving that look. You just can't give him that. He's too talented a player.
It's Bogdanovic on the wing. Rondo looking over the floor. Down low. It's stolen by Brown. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And Bogdanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And we're now about 1.5 minutes into the second quarter. Irving against Rondo. Irving dishes to Griffin. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Irving doing a nice job there being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
And so Bogdanovic nails both of them. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 1. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But at that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
You know, whether it was their smart play or a few whistles that perhaps could have gone either way, when games are tight, every decision becomes more magnified.
Molinari passes to Okongwu. Clock at 6. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Now here's Brown. D right on him. Here's Irving. Atlanta with the rebound. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, and you hate to lose the kind of game where it just seems like it gets away from you. They played good basketball for most of it, but then just collapsed and opened that door for the comeback.
Goes up on the block. Here's Okongwu. The shot will not fall. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Brown with it. Now guarded by Gallinari. Irving looking for an opening. Passes it to Claxton. Back to Irving. Pass to Luwawu. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And he comes up with the deuce. Claxton's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nets.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead. And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Irving can't hit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Pass to Claxton. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Luwawu. Off target from 3-point range. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
Bogdanovich wide open. And too long on the shot.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And that one, good. And the Nets lead by 3.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
There's the pass to Okongwu. He kicks it to Snell. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Another shot. 3-pointer. And the rebound goes to Griffin. Here's Luwawu. And that's it for the first half of action. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good moments from both teams. And that'll do.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Hawks trail by 3. On the court right now for the Hawks. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the center position. Johnson outside. Back to Harris. To the paint. Here's Jordan. Rebounded by Capella.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Atlanta's shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Young outside. Lob pass to Capella. Stolen by Harden.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
7-foot shot. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Harden's got the first field goal of the second half for Brooklyn. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Young from outside. A rebound by the Nets. Here we go, one-on-one. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Back to Harden. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And slam dunk by Jordan.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
To the middle. Here's Capella. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Brooklyn leading by 7. Now Harden, 8 points for him. Outside for Jordan. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised. Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Young's shot is off. The Nets with the lead. Johnson attacking, kicks it out to Harden. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Stolen by Collins. Lob pass to Capella. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. There's the lob to the hoop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Hunter with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Young from outside. Nailed from three-point land. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
The most lethal part of Young's game, his outside shot is often on the money.
Harden finds Johnson. Back to Harden. In the corner, it's Harris. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harris has got the lead back up to 9 now for the Nets. Right wing. Here's Capella. Outside Collins. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Then for the Hawks. Gallinari, he's checked in for Capella. Bogdanovich comes in for Kevin Huerter. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Young. No good from Irving. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Here's Hunter. Great D that time from Irving. And now they decide to foul intentionally. So for the Hawks, Okongwu comes in for Collins. And Tony Snell subbed in for Hunter. Here's Irving. And he gets the bucket. Irving's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Rondo with a clean look. Atlanta again missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Passes it to Llewellyn. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Rondo, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And so it's Brooklyn. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Griffin. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Harris. And it's Claxton in at the 4 spot. Lob pass to Capella. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Oh, I like how Capella stays one step ahead of the posse on defense. Has a real good sense of body control.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Green in for Nicholas Claxton. Atlanta also making some changes here. Collins checked in for Gallinari. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bogan Bogdanovic. Young is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Hawks passing it around. Collins, good.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Young with the steal. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Here's Huerter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. On the wing, Irving. Buries it from three-point range. And the Nets lead by 8.
You know, that goes back, I think, to playing with LeBron in their Cleveland days. Kyrie learned how to operate without the ball some.
Deflects the pass. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Hawks making a switch here. Snell's checked in. Irving kicks to Harris. And the Nets, another 3.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And Young, here we go. Misses from short range. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Nets leading by 11. Rondo with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup.
And now you're starting to see them just turn up the tempo a little bit.
Brooklyn's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for the Nets. Trae Young, he's checked in for Atlanta. That one goes in. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, good luck trying to keep Irving down. I mean, he's more than happy to take the contact and finish right through it.
Young passes to Okongwu. Bogdanovic inside with the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Now, here is Irving. He's guarded close. Young with the steal. Gallinari finds Hill. Back to Gallinari. And stolen by Harris. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Jordan. Irving's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Nets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And he commits the intentional foul. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's James Harden in for Irving. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Collins comes in for Gallinari. Hunter's checked in for Hill. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdanovic. Free throw drops for Griffin.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Harden the pass to Claxton. Shot clock at 5 to the inside. Here's Luwawu. Harden inside the three-point line, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished. Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Now here's Harden. He's tightly guarded. 26 seconds left in the game. Kicks to Griffin. Here's Harden on the wing. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And the Nets lead by 14.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier, before the game was out of reach.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it.
our ongoing series on social justice, and in honor of Women's History Month, she is back this week with part 2 of Respect Your OGs, this time tributing WNBA legend Lisa Leslie. Here's her story.
And just about to get underway as the starting five. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA Payday.
Hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. And for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. Frank, it's going to be a battle of the boards tonight. You know what that's like. You played alongside some great rebounders.
No doubt about it. Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley. I mean, Brian Grant, a lot of guys that earn their living wearing that hard hat.
Hunter with it. And it falls over the rim and in.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
Outside Holiday, inside, and Lopez throws it down.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Young against Holiday. Young passes to Capella. Here's Herter. And a miss there on the triple. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Now Middleton. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
And GA Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
DiVincenzo kicks to Giannis. To the paint. And Lopez throws it down.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Lob pass to Capella. That shot off the mark. Bucks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. DiVincenzo finds Holiday. Now Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. Back to Lopez. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Yeah, credit Herter. Recognizes where the help is coming from. Finds the open man.
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Here's Lopez, and he converts the layup. Lopez has got his 3rd basket of the night. The Hawks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Hunter dishes to Young. Lobbed up there for Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
The agility, the hops, the great hands. Collins is the perfect alley-oop partner.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Young outside. In the corner, it's Hunter. There's the 3. Lopez grabs the board.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
For the Hawks, Gallinari, he's checked in for Hunter. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Kevin Herter. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Young. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to seeing. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Gallinari finds Bogdanovic. down low. And the dunk by Capella.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Now here's Lopez. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Indiana. Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Tony Snell's checked in for the Hawks. The Bucks also changing it up. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And the dunk by Capella.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Here is Forbes. He's covered by Rondo. Outside, Bogdanovic. Oh, Rondo in position. He feeds it to Capella. Stolen by Tucker. 1 second left. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Atlanta. They're up by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Definitely the game will slow down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Hawks, what do you guys think?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got Chris Middleton. Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Forbes in at the 1 spot. Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Rondo. Connaughton passes to Tucker, but they recover it. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Okongwu kicks to Snell. Shoots over Portis. Snell, no good.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
Bruno Fernando's checked in for Capella.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
And here's Gallinari outside. They get it again.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Gallinari against Holiday. It's Portis, high post. Here's Connaughton, up and in on the layup.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Rondo scanning the floor. To the left wing. Snell from outside. That shot missing. The Bucks go the other way with it.
And out of New Mexico, Tony Snell has made himself into a capable long-range marksman.
Yes, he's a guy who plays within himself, GA, stays in his lane, and knocks down perimeter shots.
Nice shot by Portis.
That was physical D, but Bobby Portis is so strong, he finished through contact.
Outside Rondo. 3-pointers. Snell. Milwaukee with the rebound. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
They were very patient, and that was the difference. It's hard to be patient, I know, but look at the outcome they had.
5 to shoot. Here's Forbes. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Here is Forbes. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana. Holiday dishes to Forbes. Pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here's Giannis. Following the three-pointer from DeAndre Hunter. Antetokounmpo kicks to Portis. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Here's Hunter. The kick out to Young. Banked in off the glass. Young's got the lead up to 7 now for Atlanta.
The threat of Young's jumper forces defenders to play him close, making it easier for him to get by his man.
Holiday, the pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Young against Middleton. Collins wide open. He fires. Now the pass to Herter. Back to Young. Hawks passing it around. That shot wide open. Collins has got 7.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
To the inside. Portis can't get it to go. Atlanta leading by 8. Lobbed up there for Collins. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Look at the pass from Hunter, wanting to get his teammates involved.
Portis kicks to Middleton. It's rebounded by Herter.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Oh, goodness. Where did that come from?
I loved it.
That was beautiful.
Loved it.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just...
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. And that...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. John Collins has been sensational.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the point. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Young looking it over. Lob pass to Capella. Up high to stuff the alley-oop. Greg, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Atlanta making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Bucks. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Antetokounmpo.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Hawks, Gallinari, he's checked in for Collins. Tony Snell comes in for Hutter. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Trae Young. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton.
The closer Capella is, the more effective he becomes, showing off the nice touch there.
That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Lopez.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Rondo passes to Capella. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for the Hawks. Bucks trail by 10. Passes to Lopez. Now here's DiVincenzo. Defense right on him. Forbes dishes to Lopez. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Atlanta leading by 10. Bogdanovich passes to Huerter. And the turnover again by Atlanta.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
And you know, Drew Holiday sometimes gets overlooked in the discussion of great point guards, but only because there's so much competition at that position.
Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
I mean, his passing is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with because he was just taken from us at such a young age. But this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciated to really the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Drew Holiday.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Here is Forbes. He's covered by Rondo. Forbes dishes to Lopez. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Right side, Bogdanovich. Here's Gallinari. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Milwaukee.
Here's the thing. Gallinari's a tricky cover. 1 year, he went to the line more than 8 times a game.
Gallinari hits them both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Bucks trail by 10. 1:09 left in the third. Kicks it to Forbes. To the middle. Here's Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Outside Rondo. From 15 feet away. Rebounded by the Bucks. And there's the call on Kevin Huerter. That is his first foul of the game. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Collins comes in for Gallinari. Hunter's checked in for Kevin Huerter. Young is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. To the paint. Kicks it out to Collins. Back to Young. 20 seconds left in the third. From 13, Capella trying to free himself up. Rebounded by Tucker.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Bogdanovich left side. And so it's Atlanta holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll return shortly. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Setting the floor for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Portis in at the center position. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And Holiday, here we go. Inside, Young with the steal. Pass to Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
With his length and strength, Hunter's a force around the bucket.
Bucks trail by 10. And here is DiVincenzo. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Young against Holiday. Lob pass to Capella. And stolen by Portis. Fast break, Milwaukee. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's his first foul. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Giannis kicks to Holiday. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
He's able to shift gears in an instant. Hard to stay in front of Holiday on the drive.
Young outside. Dishes to Collins. Back to Young. Ball's knocked loose. And stolen by DiVincenzo. And Giannis throws it down.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
And it's sent back by Lopez. And he's able to get it back. Second chance shot, but they get it back. Collins kicks to Young. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. Pass to Young. From the arc. And Lopez pulls it down. Lopez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
And so he hits both. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And Young, here we go. It's good.
The ability of Trae Young to take it up inside makes him difficult to pressure out on the perimeter.
To the inside. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut back down to 2 at those points from Lopez.
And it's easy to see why Lopez is out here in these moments, never afraid to take a big shot.
Lob pass to Capella. Stolen by Middleton, and that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Hawks making a change here. Snell's checked in. Young against Holiday. There's the dish to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
And really an effective scorer from day one in the association. Lopez's ability to adapt has really kept him relevant.
Young passes to Capella. Back to Young. It's tipped. Holiday with it. He's picked up by Collins. On the pass to DiVincenzo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got assist number 5 here tonight. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Young finds Collins. Back to Young. Pass to Collins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Brook Lopez.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Lopez has got the lead up to 2 now for the Bucks. Outside Rondo. Pass to Snell. Ripped away. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Lopez finds Antetokounmpo. Money!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Rondo passes to Okongwu. Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
This is why guys like playing with Rondo. They know he's going to get them high percentage shots.
Feeds to Lopez. Kick out to Giannis. Back to Lopez. Rebound by the Hawks.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Absolutely. They're within striking distance, but they have to make pretty much every shot.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
Ever so close. Needed that one to go down.
And they go to the intentional foul. It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
And that's a wrap. Those free throws being the nail in the coffin.
So a close game sees Milwaukee. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do. And you've got it on 2K. PA, it's on.
Hey, Kevin. Jrue Holiday is in his 8th season.
Terrific. David, thanks. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
So the Nets starting 5. Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Luwawu in at the 2 guard. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Holiday finds Giannis. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 6 teams, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea. When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set. And all you have to do is throw it up to Brook Lopez so tall that he'll take care of the rest.
Here's Harden. Jordan. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now here is Holiday. He had 28 points in the win against Indiana. Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. Onto Antetokounmpo looking it over. Just 4 to shoot. Count it.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
Out to Harris. Knocked loose. Stolen by Middleton. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. It's stolen. He's got a clear path. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, DeAndre Jordan, though he's in his 30s, that intensity, that energy level, boy, it never seems to diminish.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the Freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
Clock at 2. The high post shot. Lopez, no luck.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Down low. Here's Jordan. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Harden outside. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Milwaukee in the lead. Lopez outside. Giannis dishes to Lopez. And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo. Lays it up off the glass.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Nets trail by 4. And here's Harden. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
Now here is Holiday. Harden missing his last shot. Giannis outside. Now here's DiVincenzo. Not a lot of room. That one drops for him.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Middleton against Harris. Shoots from the elbow. Middleton can't get it to go. And here we go. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on...
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Bucks on top. They lead by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the...
I think the most important lesson that I got.
All part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Kyrie Irving is out there with Brown. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You've got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Here is Forbes. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Irving up top, guarded by Tucker, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Tries it from 9.
Well, physical on-ball defense, something we come to expect every night from Tucker.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Forbes the pass to Connaughton. Back to Forbes. The Bucks working the ball around. Back to Connaughton. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Right side Irving shoots from the baseline, and it's good off the back rim and in. Irving's got the lead up to 4 now for Brooklyn. Here is Forbes. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Portis drives in to the middle. And Tucker kicks to Connaughton. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
DiVincenzo passes to Portis. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Irving misses. Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
The Nets have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Outside Irving. It's rebounded by Portis.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And Portis throws it down.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Outside Irving. From deep three-point range, and again, no good by Brooklyn. The Bucks have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. DiVincenzo passes to Tucker. Hangs. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The shot by Holiday, no good. Here's Llewellyn. 11 points last game. Green dishes to Jordan. Here's Harden. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Harden's got 6 points.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we...
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Here's Lopez. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday. He has 6.
Well, Lopez so comfortable down inside. This is where he makes his living, Kevin.
Harden outside. Lopez with the block, and they'll keep possession. Jordan, and the shot goes in. And the Nets lead by 1.
How many times have we seen DeAndre Jordan take it off the window and convert? Boy, he is so good.
Holiday finds Giannis. Back to Holiday. It's stolen by Green. 3-on-3. Harden the pass to Harris. Misses the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Middleton can't get it to go. Nets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Moving it up. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Harden. Now it's a 3-point Brooklyn lead. Harden against Holiday. Lopez dishes to Holiday. Rebounded by the Nets.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Here's Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, DJ at his very best. Leave no doubt with that dunk. Go ahead, Mr. Jordan.
Bucks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Middleton against Jordan. Lopez kicks to Holiday. And the Bucks miss again. Nets leading by 5. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Luwawu. Stolen by Middleton. And up the court come the Bucks on the break.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Trying to get open is Lopez. And there it is for him.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Here's Holiday, and Holiday throws it down.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Jordan the pass to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Bucks trail by 3. Giannis with it. Now Green defending. DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis has checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday.
You have to respect the in-between game of Kyrie Irving. Straight up. Yeah, that's how you have to play this guy. You got to play him straight up and be balanced.
Here's Forbes. Here's Portis. Giannis inside. That one goes. Count it. Giannis has got 9.
How about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Bucks making a change here. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. There's 37 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Irving. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
There's the pass to Forbes. For the lead. They grabbed their own miss. It's tipped. Here's Brown. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the third quarter comes to a close. Nets lead by 4. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Griffin. Johnson is out there with Brown. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Claxton in at the 4. And the shot is good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Johnson surveying the floor. Middleton against Harris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Harris has got his first 2 points of the night.
Joe Harris so good at keeping his composure in intense situations. Nice job playing through contact.
Holiday goes in. Here's Portis. Johnson with the block. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Rebound, Milwaukee. Middleton outside. It's a hand on it. It's good on the putback. Portis has got 4 this quarter.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
Johnson, the pass to Harris. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Back to Johnson, pass to Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. The Nets need to get a shot off here. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. Harden with it. Elbow shot is on the way. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And the Nets lead by 2.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. Giannis dishes to Middleton. Pass to Lopez. Kicks it down to Middleton. Clock at 4. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. Takes a shot at the elbow. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, DJ with the fearless opportunity, boy. What a shot.
Holiday surveying the floor. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on the... And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call.
Take a break.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Back to Holiday, and stolen by Jordan. Jordan with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Irving against DiVincenzo. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, we continue to be, to me, in the golden age of point guards in the NBA, and Kyrie Irving is right there with the best of them in that discussion. Well, you like when a guy calmly steps up, knocks down the free throws, exactly what you want.
Inside.
With experience, skill, and ability, Holiday makes for the perfect go-to scoring option.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. The Bucks have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Holiday dishes to Lopez. Lets the 3 fly. So the first one drops, and that brings them within 5.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day. Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
Harden scanning the floor. Doesn't go that time. And Milwaukee the other way now. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. Green with the rebound. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 4-point game. Outside Irving. He dishes it to Green. Fires the three. And it's Irving missing. Now DiVincenzo. Kick out to Giannis. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
Breaker, she'll tell you she prefers the term torch carrier because she hasn't forgotten about all the women who came before her.
Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Kyrie Irving. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. Then it's Harden, and it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Hawks, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Young in at point. And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. Here's Capella, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Greg, too early to start talking about MVP for this year or midseason?
You know, we've gotten to a point now where we start talking MVP at the start of the season. You know,
yeah, right.
People just love to talk sports at this point, especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual awards out there. I think you can make a case and sway some opinions with your play this time of year, but I like to let it all play out before I start focusing on that.
Things can change in a hurry, can't they, in a season?
Yes, they can.
Like you say, let it play out. Here's Herter, following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. Left block shot on the way. Jordan with the rebound.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. It's Harden with the drive. Yep, it counts.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Young looking around. Here's Capella in the corner. Collins with it. Lob pass to Capella.
And Bones, with that Clint Capella trade last year to the Hawks, a bit of a surprise to many, but the Hawks were able to land a young and talented center.
And maybe GA the perfect fit for how it is that their team is constructed around Trae Young. Capella's going to be that pick and roll option, can finish above the rim, and is a good defender to protect the guys on the defensive end.
Young with no one around. Nice open look, but it's no good. And there's the call on John Collins. That is his first foul of the game. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Harden dishes to Jordan. Young against Harden. Whistle blows, basket. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here's Rondo following the miss by Griffin. To the paint. Here's Claxton. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Now here's Capella. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
The shot, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
Here's Rondo after the basket by Brooklyn. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Harden outside. Harris outside. Drops in the tray.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Poked away. The pass to Capella. Looking to end the run. Rebound, Brooklyn.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Rondo against Harden. Outside for Rondo. Pass to Gallinari. Now Hunter. Over Harris. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets ahead. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Hawks, Tony Snell is out there with Young. Then there's Gallinari. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Collins in at the power forward. And it's Irving missing.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Now, here's Okongwu. The putback, and Collins is right there.
Yeah, the way you keep plays alive is with some effort, and John Collins giving it to you.
Now, here's Irving. No points in the game yet for him. Passes it to Claxton. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Claxton's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets. Young against Johnson. And Young kicks to Gallinari. Hawks passing it around. Okongwu. Young, a good look. Gets an open look and hits. Young's got his second bucket of the game to go.
He wanted to shoot that ball, but you see your teammate wide open. Be a good teammate. Make the delivery.
You just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy, he's quick, and he's got great handles. But he can heave that up from just about anywhere. And when he gets hot, it's something to watch.
Hawks making a switch here. Herter's checked in. Young for 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Brooklyn leading by 10. Here's Irving. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
Well, they had the home fans worried for a little bit. I know that. And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Hunter comes in for Tony Snell. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Right, you know the Hawks believed in Trae Young on draft day. They made the trade for him and gave up a chance at Doncic.
Well, I don't look at it like that, Kevin. I look at it like Atlanta got their guy. It's not about who else was on the board. It's the fact that they could get their #1 choice, and that was Trae Young.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
It's Collins with the drive, and finished off by Collins.
I just feel like Collins is at his best when he's going at the defense.
Harden against Young. On the wing, Harris. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harris has got 6.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
In the corner, Collins with it. The kick out to Young. Here's Herter, guarded by Harris. Hunter, shot clock at 6. No good on the 3.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
3 on 3. Here's Young, and he uses the glass on the layup. Young's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Harris outside. Luwawu, the pass to Jordan. Unloads from 9. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Pass to Capella. And there's the pass to Herter. Another shot. Pass to Hunter. It's Young on the wing. Now Collins. The shot. Keeps it alive. And it's put back up and in by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now, here is Harden. He had 25 points in the win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Well, what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
Here's Jordan. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Young. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. In transition, here come the Nets. From deep, Green. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They lead by 10. And over to Shaq. And
happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
And Brooklyn, look at who they've got. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. Then it's Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Brown in at the small forward position. Now, here is Young. He's got 8. Had the space there, but it's offline. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Harden. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harden's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Young, no good.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Now here's Brown. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. To the inside, outside for Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 5 on the clock. Harris dishes to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, how about the power from DJ there, slamming it down.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Capella. It's hauled in by Harris.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Blake Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for James Harden. And Okongwu slams it in.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now, here is Irving. 6 points for him. Brown kicks to Irving. Passes it to Claxton. Gallinari with the steal. Right side, Rondo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Although he's a bit smaller, Rondo knows he's got to outthink guys on the interior, and that time drew the contact.
Tony Snell's checked in for Atlanta. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. That's tipped. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. Griffin looking it over, down low. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Yeah, that's the kind of passing that opens up the eyes to Blake Griffin's overall talent.
Rondo finds Gallinari. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Rondo against Irving. Brown outside. Outside Irving. Johnson in the corner. Here's Claxton, feeds it to Griffin. Brown the pass to Irving. Offensive rebound.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Atlanta with the ball. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That will kick off a 6-game road trip for the team. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Bogdanovich knocked around a little bit there, but sticks with his shot.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw good, Bogdanovich. 17 seconds left to play here in the third. Harden against Young. Harden the pass to Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, that's one of the more dangerous shots. The form, the quick release, everything for Kyrie in sync.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
And so it's Brooklyn with an 8. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the center. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. That's good from Young.
This could go down as the win-win trade of the draft over the last 3 or 4 years. The 5th pick in 2018, Trae Young, traded on draft day for Luka Doncic, and they might have put a little chip on his shoulder, one that he played with in the second half of his rookie season.
Now, here is Harden. Jordan trying to free himself up.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Inside, Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Nets leading by 15. Harden dishes to Harris. Off target from outside. Lobbed up there for Collins. Hammers the alley-oop through.
That connection with Collins, that's an impressive play and very, very high percentage.
Harden kicks to Harris. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 6 assists in the game.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Now, here's Collins. And they pick up 2.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Harden scanning the floor. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Harden against Young. Harden can't hit.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
Lob pass to Capella. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oop.
Harden with it. Young's there. Harden the pass to Jordan. To the paint. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Jordan. Jordan's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Hawks trail by 14. Young outside. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Jordan kicks to Irving. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That 3 off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Collins dishes to Young. The three. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They led the game at one point by 20. A lot of big decisions have fallen on Adam Silver's shoulders, the commissioner of the NBA. And Greg, I think you and I agree by all accounts he has succeeded with flying colors. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
No doubt about it. I mean, I don't know that you could have had a better person for the times. Adam Silver is to be commended, but I think also appreciated, not just from the players and the owners, but I think our fans should also appreciate who he is as a person. I've often said that commissioners typically work for the owners. He's the one commissioner, no matter the sport, that I've always felt like was a partner of the players as well.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Nets.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way too.
Here's Jordan after Clint Capella's bucket. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Harris passes to Irving. 6 to shoot. The Nets working the ball around now. They kick it out to Green. And the 3 ball is good.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Young for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
When you hit a 3 on Young, you can expect him to come right back at you.
And so it's Brooklyn East. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
This week in My Team News, Idols Series 2 packs. Headlined by Dark Matter Kevin Garnett, Galaxy Opal Larry Bird, and Galaxy Opal Paul Pierce, these packs have a little bit of everything. Plus, the final Golden Age and Modern Age hero cards have a
The countdown is up. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is... Now we get a chance to check out some stats for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with Collins, and it's Young in at the 1 spot. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the pivot slot, manning the middle. And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. Knocked away. It's stolen by Capella. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Stolen by Middleton. Holiday against Young, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
Set him up well there. Brook Lopez showing his vision and willingness as a passer.
Young passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. For both teams tonight, Clark, unbelievable talent up front.
Agreed. And, you know, in the trenches, in the paint is where this one's going to be decided. It's going to be won or lost there. And that's not something we say very often in this day and age with the three-point shooting, the small ball, the spacing of the floor, the pick and roll action. But it'll be different tonight.
Now, here's Hunter. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game.
Hey, you got to put a body on Capella. I mean, he's a tenacious offensive rebounder and does a nice job using his body.
Here's Antetokounmpo after Clint Capella's bucket. Giannis dishes to Holiday. Back to Giannis. Stolen by Collins. Lob pass to Capella. Hammers the alley-oop through.
He's a high percentage scorer for a reason now. Capella, an alley-oop specialist.
DiVincenzo, the bounce pass. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Now, here's DiVincenzo. Tries from 10. Rebounded by Capella.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Herter passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
How about the force from Clint Capella? When he's got good position inside, he's throwing it down.
Holiday against Young. Lopez kicks to Holiday. Giannis right side. Oh, that was terrific!
Good. How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Clippers.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
Here's DiVincenzo. Following the basket by Trae Young. Passes it to Lopez. Rebounded by Capella. Here's Atlanta. They're on a 12-4 run. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And, oh, here we go. Lopez has got it, the fast break chance.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Holiday. Following the basket by Trae Young. Lopez passes to Holiday. Back to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Young taking his time here. There's the feed to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And Antetokounmpo swings it in.
Well, I love how fast Antetokounmpo gets to the basket. One of the most mobile guys in the game.
Tipped away. Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone. And Holiday throws it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Portis, who's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday.
Boy, Tucker ever unselfish in how he goes about his game. Nice job finding his teammate there.
Rondo gets the bucket.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Here's Connaughton. Clint Capella has been leading the charge for the Atlanta Hawks. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll get right back to the action when we reach.
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Yeah, and they've also balanced that, though, guys, with the attack off the bounce as well to get them some points.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Bucks. PJ Tucker is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 guard.
Boy, how smooth is that by Rondo? Glides off the pick free and clear, and then sends it right in.
Here is Forbes. He's covered by Rondo. Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Portis.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Rondo dishes to Gallinari. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Gallinari's got his first bucket of the night.
You know, Rondo's highest priority is to get his teammates open shots every trip. I mean, that's what makes him go and endears him to his teammates.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Back to Middleton, beyond the arc. It doesn't go for him. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, they just got ambushed. Not really expecting the comeback. And I mean, it came on quick and strong, but I think it could be a good lesson for them moving forward.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And it's Bogdanović off the drive. And Bogdanović throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns. Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
To the middle, got a piece of it, and stolen by Okongwu. A finish, and Okongwu slams it in.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And Forbes kicks to Connaughton. To the paint. Pass to Forbes. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. 6 on the shot clock. Connaughton passes to Portis. And it's good, 2 points. Portis has got 4 this quarter. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And it's Connaughton missing.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
And Young kicks to Capella. That shot, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Here's Connaughton. 20 points for him last game against Indiana.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, it just his effort level was off the charts.
Out to the wing. Left side, Collins. Up again.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Bucks trail by 10. Holiday dishes to Forbes. To the left wing. The pass to Holiday. To the inside. Here's Portis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bryn Forbes. Giannis comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. Right side, Holiday. And the bucket is good. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this. And so it's Atlanta with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, Clint Capella had it going on in the first quarter. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds, and that should...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Clint Capella has been sensational.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
On the court right now for the Hawks. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the center position. He had a nice open look right there. Middleton's got 5 now.
Presence of mind, really important. You know, this game is more mental than physical. And Middleton is a guy who stays in the moment. He's exceptional at knocking down a good shot off a good pass.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass. They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Antetokounmpo passes to Middleton. The kick out to Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo. Makes it off the glass. He has 6.
His assist had tailed off in years past, but Lopez trying to be a little more of a facilitator. You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Rondo kicks to Snell. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Snell, the pass to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
DiVincenzo kicks to Lopez. Back to DiVincenzo. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And then for Atlanta, Clint Capella comes in for Okongwu. And it's DeAndre Hunter in for Tony Snell. Connaughton kicks it to Tucker. Back to Connaughton. It's stolen by Capella. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here is Forbes. He is covered by Bogdanovich. Poked loose. It's stolen by Capella. And Bogdanovich, the bucket on the assist by Hunter. Now it's a 6-point Atlanta lead. Bucks have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Back to Portis. Down low. Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Gallinari attacking. Rondo kicks to Gallinari. Back to Rondo. Hawks passing it around. Capella with the bucket.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Forbes the pass to Portis. Off the mark and the drought continues. The Hawks leading by 8. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Bounce pass Bogdanovich. Here's Rondo. Rebound Milwaukee. Here's the break. Here's Forbes. And the Bucks miss again. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Dante DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Holiday, and it's Connaughton in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Outside Rondo. Kicks to Bogdanovich. Feeds to Okongwu. Back to Bogdanovich. Clock at 6. Inside. The shot by Okongwu, no good. And Okongwu gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. Pass to Holiday. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Giannis dishes to Lopez. Shot from 12. Lopez. It's good on the putback.
Because of that big body and 7-foot frame, Lopez a handful to keep off the glass.
Outside Rondo. Holiday with the block. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. And so they foul intentionally. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. Holiday against Young. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Chalk that up. Lopez won't miss many of those.
Young outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Hawks lead by 4.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Back to Holiday. Giannis passes to Middleton. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Capella. Over to the left wing. Here's Collins. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's a 6-point Hawks lead.
Man, that's a tough shot for an athletic big man like Collins. Finishing through contact is something you've got to be able to do.
Here's Young. And he lays it straight in. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Kicks it down to Middleton. Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Persistence pays for Middleton, commanding the ball and really demonstrating why his teammates trust him in these moments.
Young up top. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense. Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. The Hawks working the ball around. Capella kicks to Collins. With the tip. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Bucks trail by 4. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Hawks making a change here. Hunter's checked in. Pass to DiVincenzo. Middleton outside. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
To the paint. Capella kicks to Hunter. The pass to Herter. He feeds it to Capella. Lopez with the steal. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. 32 seconds left to play here in the 4th. To tie it up. Dishes to Lopez. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Trae Young.
Man, that was a remarkable pump fake from Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's really good at selling that shot fake.
And he does get the second one. And that narrows the gap to 1. 20 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Off his foot, and the ref saying he kicked it. Collins dishes to Young. To the wing right side. Pass to Herter. No good. And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. This win, such a... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
This is the 2KMC, and I put my entire schedule on hold. I need to see your top plays of the week right now. Bring me your best and leave the weak stuff at the door. Last chance to get in.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The start. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3. And for the Nets, Green is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harden in at the point guard position. Now here's Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. Greg, tonight's game, like so many, could come down to the three-point shooting. There are debates as to whether that style alone can win you a championship. What do you think?
You know, there will never be a substitute for balance, but I just think with the evolution of the skill that we see in our game, the coaches and players being so smart, you do want to keep the opponents guessing, but let's face it, the three-point shot is here to stay. It's really simple math. 3 is more than 2.
Middleton the pass to Lopez. Harris against Middleton. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now, here is Harden. He had 25 points last game. Offensive rebound. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Dishes to Middleton. Back to Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. On the wing, Irving. Back to Harden. Shot from 12. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
Here's Holiday. Against Indiana, he was really on his game.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Stolen by Holiday. Middleton outside. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Impressive. 5 straight makes. Love the play calling here.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Now Holiday. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. The feed to Lopez. Yep, that one goes in there.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Nets trail by 8. Harden scanning the floor. Now the pass to Irving. Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Holiday dishes to Lopez. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
What I admire most about Brook Lopez is his willingness to adapt his game to fit whatever the system needs. This guy has been the consummate pro.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Blake Griffin comes in for Green. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Tyler Johnson in for James Harden. Now here's Johnson. On the clock. Back to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
Well, terrific job by Tyler Johnson to do exactly what they want him to do. Find his open teammates.
Here is Forbes. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana. To the middle. Here's Middleton. Rebound, Brooklyn.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And it's denied.
Well, statistically not the most imposing shot blocker, but he gets every bit of that one, did Tucker.
Middleton finds Tucker. Back to Middleton. Shoots over Griffin. Shot's good by Middleton. Middleton's got his second bucket tonight.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
On the wing, Johnson. Irving looking for an opening. Off target at the rim.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And so it's Milwaukee holding on to an 8-point. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trying.
Being able to go through adversity and come out.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position. And Harden with the stuff.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
And Forbes kicks it to Tucker. Here's Connaughton. A 20-point game for him in the win against Indiana.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Nets trail by 6. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Giannis, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Bucks leading by 6. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Back to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Chioza. Defended by DiVincenzo. Claxton, no good. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now here is Holiday. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Harden. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Cannot believe he missed that one. Oh, I'm sure he can't either.
Holiday looking over the floor. And Portis throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And now we're well past the All-Star break doors. Each game means that much more as we march towards the playoffs.
Well, Kevin, the playoff picture starts to come into a little bit sharper focus. Teams know it, and there's more attention paid to the standings every day that passes.
And Griffin has battled knee injuries during his career, but his persistence is incredible. Still a nightly double-double threat.
Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Harris comes in for James Harden. The Bucks also with the sub. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Here's Connaughton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Holiday finds Lopez. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, it's clear that Brook Lopez loves getting to the free throw line. He uses his length to pick up these kinds of opportunities.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Nets. And the second free throw, good. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 11-point game, fresh from a win against Portland.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Harris against Holiday. Kick out to Giannis. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Back to Antetokounmpo. Nails the wide open jump shot. Antetokounmpo's got 12 in the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Griffin. Back to Irving. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Green. And that one goes long.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. A different look for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Here is Forbes. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Down low. Irving against DiVincenzo. Irving passes to Perry. Good D by Giannis.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Pass to Forbes. Now, here's Tucker. Defense right on him. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Over Irving. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and that'll do it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
We've got Harden. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Irving at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Now, here is Harden. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. Irving can't hit.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Brown is checked in for Kyrie Irving. Nets trail by 13. Here's Harden, and the layup's good off the glass. Harden's got 6 points.
And one of the most creative scorers the league has to offer. Harden specializes in sinking those tough shots.
Now here is Holiday to the inside. Kicks it down to Middleton. Over Harris. And Middleton the bucket on the assist from Lopez. Middleton's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bucks. Holiday against Harden. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Out to Harris. Outside Jordan. Shot clock at 5. There's Brown with the 3. That one's not going to go. And Milwaukee the other way now.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Holiday against Harden. Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. He feeds it to Lopez. Middleton on the wing. And good that time.
You know this, if you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
On the wing, Green. Antetokounmpo defending. Green draws the double. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
Brooklyn making some changes. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Harris. And it's Johnson in for James Harden. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving comes in for Tyler Johnson. Outside Irving. Oh, that's blocked. And he recovers it. 1:52 left in the third quarter. The second chance effort. It's rebounded by Portis.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
Here is Forbes. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. And that one, good. And the Bucks lead by 15.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Now, here's Tucker, covered by Irving. Connaughton passes to Portis. Back to Connaughton. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Connaughton's got his first bucket in this one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Irving. That shot, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Back to Connaughton. There's 18 seconds left here in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here is Forbes. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Off with the layup. And so it's Milwaukee, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. A look at the... Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Holiday in at the point. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. And he banks in the layup.
Boy, it's rare for a point guard to do as much damage on the interior as Kyrie Irving. You've got to guard him in there.
And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. Middleton looking it over. Over Harris. Middleton can't get it to go. Nets trail by 18. Claxton no good.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. From deep. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got 5 rebounds tonight.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Inside, Claxton. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
And here's Holiday. There's the pass to DiVincenzo. Middleton with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Middleton can't get it to go. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Harris passes to Irving. The jump hook. That one good for 2. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
DiVincenzo kicks to Holiday. And Jordan sends it back.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So for the Nets, Green, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Bruce Brown. And it's James Harden in for Irving. Giannis, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Up top, DiVincenzo. Holiday attacking. Middleton finds DiVincenzo. Here's Middleton, a baseline J, and he nails the jumper. That's 12 points for Chris Middleton.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him. Here is Harden. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists tonight. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Kicks it to Middleton. From past the arc. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bucks.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Giannis.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Holiday dishes to Middleton from deep, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Kicks it out to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. He dishes it to Middleton from deep 3-point range. The rebound by Luwawu.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sight.
Never has been, never will. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg.